How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing all 4 of these Christmas trees behind me. So on our far left we have the Homcom, and then over there on the left center we have the Best Choice Products. Over there we have the Casafield, and then lastly the National Tree Company. These are all 7.5 foot tall, and they do not come with any pre-lit lights. So we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at all of these trees, starting off with the Homcom. This is going to be one of my favorite trees just because the branches look so cool. The branches have a really neat variety here. So we have a very light green color here, and these branches are just much more detailed. And then as you guys go back, you have a different, more generic style of branch here. These are a little darker, but even on the actual branches, we have this really cool like woven fabric that makes it look really nice. So I like this tree. It's definitely a different style. I just personally really like this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom before we move on. We have a very generic stand. All the stands for the most part are the same, but we do have some rubber end caps to make sure that it won't scratch up your floor. On the center pole, we do have some garland just to make it not stand out. And then they did bend all of the poles down here for the branches to kind of bend up to give it a little bit more of a unique shape. So with that being said, I definitely like this tree. Let's keep it moving to the Best Choice Products Christmas tree. This one seems to have a lot more smaller, short branches, and it seems to have a very defined shape. You know, all the branches are consistently getting shorter, where the previous tree has a lot more variety. So on the top here, we have a bunch of branches. I just love how full it looks, and then all of the tops attach with a plastic insert instead of a metal insert on all 4 of these trees. And then the bottom sections have these metal hinges. While we're looking at the center here, they did wrap the center with garland, but the center is not wrapped quite as nice as the previous Homcom tree, I will say. For this tree, they even mix like brown in the garland, and I think it makes it look like a tree trunk. So I do really like that. So all of these trees do come in 3 sections, and then you guys get the stand. It's basically the same as the previous one. Overall, this is a great Christmas tree. It's one of the most full Christmas trees of the bunch, meaning that it has some of the most branches. So I definitely like this tree. Let's keep it going, and we're gonna move over to the Casafield. So this one has a very similar color and branch design as the actual Best Choice Products tree. This one just seems to have a few less branches, but it still will give you all of the same basic features. So on the top here, we have another plastic connection, just like so. It's very easy to attach this, and since there aren't any wires, I just took this off, fluffed it on the ground, then reinstalled it. It was really easy. Once again, we have hinges down here for the bottom 2 sections, and then bendable metal bars for the top branch sections. In regards to the color, it's still a fairly dark green, which I like. And it's honestly fairly similar to the Best Choice Products tree. I think that these 2 trees have a lot of similarities, where that tree seems to kind of stand out in almost its own category right now, just because of the different branch styles that the first Homcom tree has to offer. Now let's keep it going to our last tree. We have a National Tree Company tree, and this one took a long time to fluff up, but it has so many branches, and also this is a much lighter color, as you guys could see. So I just wanted to show you guys the different colors between all these trees to make sure that it's going to match your setup. So this one was probably the most time consuming to fluff up, but it also looks really full right now. I'll show you a really cool design that they do here in a second, but on the top here we have another plastic connection here, and then I'll show you what that looks like. And then all these branches are just like bendable metal pieces. And then the bottom 2 sections, we have these hinges here to make it much easier to kind of fluff this up and get it set back up or disassembled for Christmas. So I want to show you this really cool design. All of these branches here have like 3 sections. So this branch will normally be folded just like this. And you have a section here and then another mid branch that gets folded out. It's hard to do with one hand, so you could do that. And then the branches go really far back into the tree. The branches aren't just on the edge here. We have branches going like a foot back on this metal rod. So it does give you a very full looking tree effect. If you guys don't mind a lighter color tree, then this is a great one. And I personally think that this would match my setup more than some of the others. This setup was really similar to the Best Choice Products tree, just had a few less branches it seemed. And then the Homcom one was a very unique tree, offering probably some of the most variety in the actual branch shapes and color. So there you guys have it. That is my really quick comparison between all 4 of these 7.5 foot tall Christmas trees.